welcome to our second webisode, our first one of 2026.
Yes. Yay.
Yes, we did the one, and then life got so crazy, not even because of the holidays.
Yeah.
But we're finally back.
It was a lot going on.
So much.
A lot going on.
Yes, it's true. For those who didn't listen to the podcast episode, Leslie's daughter got married. I had major surgery. We had birthdays. And then we also had the holidays.
The holidays, yeah. It was nuts. So
yes.
Anyway, sorry about our little hiatus. It was not planned, but we are really, really happy to be back. And here on the webisode, you can see our gorgeous new set piece. We're really excited about our background. This was made by Tammy Mendoza in Meridian, Idaho, or Boise, Idaho. One of the two.
One of the two.
Yes, but we just love it. So thank you so much, Tammy. She put in a lot of hard work, and this looks just beautiful. So we're really excited to get our hands on this.
Yep. It inspired our sort of castle theme.
I know.
So we've got a Lego castle over here, Rapunzel's castle. So I'm a little bit obsessed with the Disney castles. They're my favorite thing.
What?
I love them. Yep.
Yeah.
That person standing in front of the castle crying for no reason, that's me.
She's done it like 4 times since we've gone traveling together.
I just bask in the castle. I do. Yep. So, all right, we have fun stuff.
We have lots of fun stuff. So we have a couple of unboxings, which is always fun. We are going to discuss very briefly what you're getting in the D23 membership gifts this year. And then we're going to go over the core benefits and everything to having an annual pass at Walt Disney World. Pretty sure most of you guys know we live in Idaho, so we are not close to any state with the parks necessarily. Well, I mean, we're not far from California, but if I'm going to own an annual pass, in all honesty, it'll be at Walt Disney World because I just feel like my money goes so much further out there.
That's true.
So, and I'll tell you the reasons why in just a few moments, but let's get started, I think, with what, unboxing? You want to do it?
Should we do first unboxing? Okay.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the D23. Here, let's put that over there for now.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the D23 stuff for actually D2025. So if you're a D23 member, you already got your awesome gift. But it looks so pretty.
I love how they package these. They're just so exciting.
They do.
It's like Christmas.
They always do such an awesome job. Okay. So here we have the membership kit. See, so we've got a really big magnet. Could be a car magnet, though I've never been brave enough to put one on a car. I always put them safely inside somewhere.
Oh, don't worry about people stealing.
Yeah, so the gold member pin is Stitch for 2025. So cute, Stitch. Oh, Stitch. And then a deck of the Lorcana cards. Man, talk about something that got so big that I would not have predicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're really cool. It's a cute Iago card. You can see that. Super cute.
And then there's always the certificate and a letter from the head of the D23 fan club. And then over here, this here is the... Am I tearing it? Can I get that off?
Yeah, no, you can.
Oh, okay.
It's on with those glue dots.
Oh, okay. Gold member savings passport. So basically a coupon book, but there's some pretty good ones in there.
What's like an example of some of the coupons that they have in these books?
Okay. 30% off fine art at disneyfineart.com. So, and always great when there's a website because as Lilo said, we're not in the parks.
Yeah.
So we love discounts that we can use online.
Yes.
See, so like this one would be while you're there, but there's a buy one, get one 23% off in downtown Disney at Curb Surf. Oh, that's an event one. So lots of fun stuff. $23 off Marvel Unlimited annual pass subscription.
Oh.
Paddlefish. I haven't been to Paddlefish. Have you been to Paddlefish?
No, but that's the one that was robbed. Did you hear about that?
That's the one that was robbed.
That's the one that was robbed.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Yes, we talked about
Paddlefish
that.
is a seafood restaurant, or it's seafood, right? A seafood restaurant at Disney Springs in Orlando, Florida. And it looks like this big, huge, like paddle boat on the water. And that's the restaurant's inside. And somehow someone scuba dived and broke in and stole all the money from this restaurant. That's
a robbery shouldn't be funny, but it's a little bit funny.
Pretty iconic, guys. pretty iconic.
Robbery by scuba.
Yeah.
But it was bad. Don't do that.
It was bad.
Don't do that.
Okay, it's out of the way. I'll hold that for you.
Oh, okay. Piece of cardboard. More cardboard.
Important. Important.
So this was my choice out of the 4 options. So it's a replica of the sign that's over the entrance of Disneyland. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy.
Love it.
I love it. Oh, I gotta find a really cool place for it.
Yeah, tell me where you decide to put it, because I put mine in my library, but I don't know.
I don't know, because like, I mean, of course I could put it in the grotto, but then I don't know, I feel like I might want it out somewhere. And then this year we got a book. So exciting if you're me and you love books. So The Happiest Place on Earth, The Incredible Story of Walt Disney's Disneyland. Don Hahn, we all love Don Hahn. Don Hahn basically produced the Renaissance. So awesome.
The Renaissance being?
The Renaissance being that beautiful, incredible, amazing cluster of Disney movies from 1989 to 1999.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, the awesome ones. So I'll be excited to read that.
The forward by Bob Iger, too. That's
cool. Yeah, forward by Bob Iger. Yeah. Awesome.
It's a nice book.
Yes, and it's heavy. This whole box is actually very heavy.
Yeah, it really was. That's cool. The coupons alone are very exciting, because that's going to be very helpful in a little bit.
I know. I'm going to take a closer look at those before we leave.
Yeah.
There you go. There we go.
That's a D23 membership box, and that is if you are a gold member, but a
choice
member. Okay.
Right. Not the, what's yours called? Premium or something? The awesome one.
Hold, please. Your call is important to me.
So if you're not a D23 member and you're considering it, that's an example of the kind of thing you get. That's not something that you pay for. That's just included with buying your membership. You get a really cool gift every year for renewing. Lilo gets all the things.
Because I can't choose.
It is hard.
It is hard.
And that one in particular was a tough choice, because this one even had the Spirit jersey as a choice.
That one, the Spirit jersey? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the Spirit jersey is the reason why I ended up, it doesn't really tell me
like what it's called,
what the difference is. Yeah, what the different tiers are.
They also just changed it again.
What? Just a second.
Disney's, they're always keeping you on your toes. They're just changing things, changing classifications, changing tiers.
Yeah. I'm trying to, okay, wait. So if I'm going to join D23, so there's the Essential Plan, which is $49.99 a year. And that will give you the gold membership kit that comes with the member card and the certificate, a commemorative pin, a collectible magnet, a $25 event discount, and a D23 Disney Lorcana card. So that's kind of like everything that came in the folder that you got.
Right.
And then the choice plan is $119.99 a year. And that gives you a premium, so a choice of one of the 26 gold member premium items. Right. So you're going to get the kit that she showed you, and then you get to choose one of the items that are being offered for the year. And then they've got the complete plan for $329.99 a year. Did that go up?
I think it must have. I don't remember.
It must have gone up. I know I wouldn't have paid that much last year.
Of course it went up. What hasn't gone up?
Right.
2025, the year of insane price increases.
Well, this one, you get all 4 of the premium items that are offered to you. So if you're in the choice plan, you get 4 items to choose from. So she chose the plaque. This year, the 4 items are really cool, actually. There's like a mini, like a statue or a bust of Sorcerer Mickey.
Mm-hmm. We'll show pictures of it.
Yes. And then, or you can get a Roosevelt shirt, a Disney Roosevelt shirt, which is really, really great. Or you can get a pair of Oswald ears that say D23 on them. And then there's a matching Loungefly.
An actual Loungefly backpack.
Yeah.
That is quite a item.
Very exciting. So, love that.
That was the one I chose.
Right.
You already chose? I have to wait till November.
I was going to say, you got to choose it already? I guess I should choose it now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, amazing. But again, if you have Disney Plus, you get an automatic membership in the gold plan for free. But if you want any of the extra fun stuff that goes along with it, then you would be paying the premium prices. Yeah. The other prices. But D23 is lots of fun, lots of different events and stuff that you're invited to as a D23 member that you couldn't do if you were not a member. So,
right. And there's the expo, which will be happening in August this year. So tickets set to go on sale in the spring. They have not said anything more specific than spring.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be watching very closely.
Very closely, because they're going to have some stuff about Avengers Doomsday. Or wait, is it Doomsday?
Mm-hmm.
It is Doomsday, right?
Yeah, what they brought Tony Stark back for?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain America. Did you see that in a trailer?
Yes, I saw that trailer.
So I hope
it kind of made me mad, because knowing that Steve is in it now makes me curious about it, because I had no intention of seeing Doomsday. I can't handle this idea of this universe where Tony Stark is bad. Is
Dr. Doom gonna be Tony Stark?
Yeah. Because I guess there's an alternate, like in the comic books,
yeah,
there's like an alternate dimension or timeline or something where Tony Stark becomes a villain.
Okay, but Victor Von Doom is a totally separate character. So does that mean they're going to make Tony Stark take on the moniker of Victor Von Doom?
Does Tony Stark become?
They're two totally different.
I don't know.
I guess we'll
find out. I have a comic book friend. I'll have to consult.
Okay.
My comic book friend. But I honestly wonder if bringing Tony Stark back, or bringing Robert Downey Jr. back in whatever capacity, and then also bringing Steve back.
And Thor.
Dan and I have a theory that they are realizing that people have kind of fallen off of Marvel.
Kind of.
There is definitely, like, I know that I'm not the only, like, strictly Endgame and before person. And so I think they're sort of realizing that. And so they're using that nostalgia factor to, because I think Marvel's not gaining new fans. Like, Marvel needs to bring back its existing fans, because I don't think it's gaining fans. And so I think they're realizing we want, like, everything after Endgame has just been kind of lackluster for a lot of people and oversaturated. And so they're showing me Steve Rogers' face so that I'll go, oh, now I'm going to see it.
Yeah. Agreed. I don't think that this movie would be, because even though bringing Robert Downey Jr. back got some, like, negative attention, we're all going to be there. All of us are going to be there. Even if it's going to be terrible, we want to see it be terrible, because we're going to be there. All the OGs, all the people that were there to see it at Endgame with me in the movie theater, we're all going back. We got to see how this goes.
Endgame was just, like, epitomized epic.
Yeah.
I don't know how they ever thought they were going to do anything past it.
I know. And then they bring out something like Ironheart. We had Tony Stark, and then you bring on Ironheart. It just wasn't the same, you know. Tony Stark is so iconic, and then to try to, I don't know. And I'm sure Ironheart wasn't trying to totally like replace Tony Stark.
Yep.
But it just, don't even use the word iron. I don't like it. Like, just you don't deserve it.
You're not Iron Man. Just stop it.
Yeah, don't.
Boise has one of those services where you can hire a character, like, for appearances at birthdays and stuff, but they're not officially licensed. So they have to give them, Dan and I have had the funnest time, the funniest names, because they can't call them Disney names. So, like, we have Lantern Princess, and we have the Ice Sisters, and we have...
Are you serious?
And there is Iron Hero.
That's almost as bad as those toys Dan found. Those toys that are overseas.
The Sense of Right Alliance.
The Sense of Right Alliance. Are we going to put in, like, a picture of that? Like, put in the picture of the Sense of Alliance right here. There we go, Dan. Producer Dan will take care of that, because that needs to be shared with the world. That's crazy.
It's true. So you'll be there. You'll be seeing Doomsday.
For sure.
You see everything.
Yeah, that's true. I'm acting like I've never been to a movie theater before, but I'm going to be there for this one. It's true. I see everything.
Oh, so we're going to have to do a whole round of you trying to convince me to go to the theater, and I will not go to the theater.
Well, even for that movie?
No. I'm sorry.
Speaking of going to the theater, very quickly before we move on to our next unboxing or our next topic, I have to share, I saw the new Avatar.
Oh, yes. Tell us about the new Avatar.
Oh, my gosh. I loved it. It's crazy the different criticisms I'm hearing and I'm seeing. But hands down, Una Chaplin, who's the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin, plays, and I still can't get any of their names right. She plays the new bad chick. She was amazing. Like, just the way that she moves, and she has these weapons that she's just so graceful and everything. She's incredible and so scary. Like, she's completely psycho. She's a total psycho and incredible.
Well, she's
and
gotta
really
be teaming up with
Quaritch.
that guy.
Yeah. It's so great though.
What did you think of The Way of Water? So
I loved The Way of Water. When I saw it in IMAX, and it was just so beautiful. Like, it was a total experience to be there. Everything was just all the blues and everything. I think it was such a beautiful experience for me that I almost didn't pay so much attention to the story because I loved what I was seeing.
Sure.
The visual effects were incredible. So I loved it. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. This movie is the same movie every movie. It's the same thing. It's Jake Sully fighting the Earthlings, kind of, or the whatever, the sky people. And he's just moving from place to place, having to fight them because they're hunting him down. And Quaritch is back in a different form now, but he's back, or at least his conscious, or however they want to pull that off. He's back in some semblance of form. And he is so angry with Jake Sully, and he's after him. So it's just like this vendetta between these two, but it's like getting to the point where it's destroying this beautiful world.
Right.
But
well, that's kind of what Way of Water was, which was why, because the first one was just a much bigger mission, a much bigger story, a much bigger issue.
Mm-hmm. And then this one is more of a personal vendetta.
This is just a vendetta. This is this bad guy.
This movie is the same vendetta.
Yeah.
Except now they introduce this new psycho. Oh, but she's so worth it. Guys, she's totally worth the movie. Like, hands down, I loved her. I loved her more than Neytiri. She was my favorite.
No.
I love me some Zoe. But this chick was amazing. So
how dare you?
I'm telling you, I'm telling you,
Zoe, you're the absolute best. You're the reigning nerd queen of the world.
I mean, it's true. But I have to say, this girl, and she is from Game of Thrones, so she's got her nerddom in there, and her grandfather is Charlie Chaplin, so she's got some big acting chops in her blood. But
Zoe Saldana is Pirates, Guardians, Star Trek. We're just waiting for her to show up in Star Wars.
She didn't do Harry Potter.
Because she was a child.
She has done everything, though. I love Zoe.
I think she's incredible. I was saying, too, it would be really cool if she did show up in Star Wars for two reasons. One, because, well, she's amazing, and Star Wars would be lucky to have her. But also, she would be the first, I mean, other than we have Abrams who directed, but she would be the first actor to cross that line, to cross the Star Wars Trekkie line.
Really?
And I think that would be, yeah, because there's always been, like, famously a rivalry between the two. Like, I remember there was, like, people being pissy about the fact that Abrams directed, because it was like, no, once you're in one, that's the one, which is dumb. Like, as someone who loves both Star Wars and Star Trek, this is the dumbest rivalry. Get over it.
Wow.
But I think she would be, like, the coolest person to cross that line and be, like, the cross Star Wars, Star Trek.
Well, if anyone could do it, she could.
Right? And I also think, because Star Wars, again, it's a franchise where you have so many different species, she could be yet another color. She's been blue. Collecting. She's been green. Like, she could be another color. Be cool.
Purple.
She could be purple.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
She'd be pink? I don't know.
She hasn't done it. No one else has done it?
No.
What? That's crazy.
Well, there's been a lot of Star Wars Marvel, but not Star Wars Star Trek.
Wow. That's super cool. Interesting. Didn't you just enjoy a Zoe Saldana movie recently?
Yes, I told my husband that Zoe Saldana was in that movie from the 90s with Britney Spears called Crossroads. I don't know if any of you remember Crossroads.
I do.
But he was like, no. And I showed him, he was like, okay, well, now we have to watch it. So just recently we watched Crossroads.
Wasn't the third girl the girl that was in Orange is the New Black?
I've never watched Orange is the New Black, so I don't know.
Oh.
Dan Aykroyd is her dad.
I know, that's...
To which
wow.
I always thought, did he lose a bet? I mean, he'd already done Ghostbusters. Like, what's he doing
in this movie?
in this
Well, it was
movie?
Britney. And I don't think you understand how huge Britney was.
Oh, of course I do.
Time.
I was there. Because I was the one person in probably my entire school that was not a fan of Britney Spears.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because I was in that age range of everyone obsessed with Britney in her absolute heyday. And I was the only one. Like, I didn't like hate her or anything, but I just didn't particularly like her music. And so I was like the only one.
What music were you into at that time?
I listened to a lot of jazz. I listened to a lot of big band. I did listen to pop, but she just wasn't quite my thing. So I listened to a lot of rap. So I don't know, a lot of different stuff.
A lot of different stuff?
But yeah, I don't know. She just wasn't quite. And then what would you call that genre that's like James Taylor, Van Morrison, like acoustic-y type? I think it's still technically pop, but it's so different than what we think of as pop that it's weird to.
Yeah.
But my big thing is Spice Girls.
Oh yeah.
Spice for life.
Yeah. Spice Girls are great.
All about the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
every day I was listening to Spice Girls. Dan knows that if Spice Girls ever do a reunion tour, even if we have to go to London, we're going to London.
Good to know. Maybe that will coincide with the new Universal Studios opening up out there.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. You can go check out all the James Bond stuff they're doing there. So for those of you that didn't bother listening to the podcast, which, what's wrong with you? But if you didn't, Universal Studios is definitely opening up a new theme park out in the UK. And their big IPs, the intellectual properties that they are going to be focusing on out there so far have been Lord of the Rings, which is fantastic. Very excited. Then Paddington Bear. And then James Bond.
The Paddington Bear one, maybe that's what, is that a bigger, I
keep hearing like the second movie was something great, or is that just something I saw in a movie and they kept saying it was a great movie? I don't know.
I never saw I only knew it from like the children's book.
Yeah.
I never saw the movie at all.
And it still wasn't my favorite children's book. I felt like he was just like a Walmart version of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. I liked Corduroy. Did you ever read Corduroy?
No.
He was a teddy bear also. And he lost his button. So at night he has to like go through a journey through the toy store to find it. That was my children's book.
Oh, I was Berenstain Bears.
Oh, Berenstain Bears. Yeah, that was another one.
That's the right way to say it, right? I know there's a whole thing about
There's a debate about it.
About how to say it. Yeah.
Berenstain. I don't know.
I don't know. But I liked them. They were cute. But yeah, so they're opening up and we had a debate about why they would use like James Bond, like how much fun could that really be in Universal Studios? Like, I don't know, like Jaws. Yeah. Jaws, you do a ride where sharks chasing you or whatever. Awesome. Back to the Future, you got to ride a DeLorean, like all these other things that you can do. That's really cool. But in James Bond, other than like a stunt show, I guess I'm having a hard time creatively thinking what would be such an awesome attraction that I would say, oh, this is definitely one of the IPs we're totally focusing on at this park. It's just weird for me. I don't know.
Maybe like a 4D ride of a chase scene or something.
They did that with Fast and the Furious, kind of. And that was awful.
Well, I'm thinking more like how they did the Transformers one. Did you do the Transformers ride?
Yeah, but then which James Bond would they use?
I have no idea. I don't even remember. How many are there now?
There's George Lazenby. He only did, or Lazenby or Lazenby, whatever. He only did one. And then there was Sean Connery. And then there was Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, Roger Moore, and then Daniel Craig.
That is so many.
Yeah. And I'm like, which one could possibly be the one that they would center around to make a ride?
Back on Marvel, what do you think of this concept? I was listening to Robert Downey Jr., and this was like way a while ago, but he was talking about being Tony Stark and just how much it meant to him, because it's such, it's a role that was so profound to him and important. And he was saying how like he loved the idea of Tony Stark being almost like a James Bond kind of thing. Like he said, like he loved the idea of, like obviously he's got to hang up his hat, but maybe someone else would come in and be Tony Stark for a while, and then like someone else would be Tony Stark for a while. Like he was saying, he thinks it'd be really cool if Tony Stark had like a James Bond type journey. I don't know. I was like, I don't know. That depends on how you link that with the rest of the Marvel universe, though.
Right. And how open people would be to that, because
Tony
Robert
and
Downey
Robert
Jr., it's like they're almost the same person.
Yes.
They're so closely connected.
Marvel had a lot of those. Like, I don't know how Marvel cast the way they did, but I mean, both Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter, I've always felt like
you can't recast.
No, those two, like that actor and that role are they're like one and the same.
Yeah.
Like I just can't even imagine. It's like they were born to play that role, and that role was written for them to play.
Same.
Yeah.
I think the same thing. I honestly think that Chris Hemsworth, I can't imagine a different Thor.
That's true.
I feel like he really embodied Thor, the good and the bad. He was so good, so charismatic, and he really, and Loki. Yeah, I think that they did such a good job casting. It's like you can't imagine them recasting anything. So, yeah, that is curious. I don't know how they would do it. Interesting.
Speaking of movies, you know, we had the best time watching Christmas movies this last December because the 90s had the best Christmas movies.
Like Die Hard?
No.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Home Alone.
Oh, I guess Die Hard was.
And Muppets Christmas Carol.
How
dare you
I don't
imply
know.
that Muppets Christmas Carol is not one of the best things that's ever happened.
I loved the Disney's Christmas Carol, Mickey's Christmas Carol. That's always going to be one of my favorites. Like, it's not Christmas for me until I see that. That and Christmas Story.
Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas is one of our big ones. That's when it's like Christmas for me.
Really?
Yes. I love Mickey's
Is that
Christmas
the one
Carol.
that has...
It's got like the 3 separate stories. So it's got the one with Goofy and his son, and it's over like Max's belief in Santa is waning. And then it's the one with Donald, and they wish that Christmas was every day. So they're stuck in this like time warp loop that they have to get out of.
Okay.
And then the one with Mickey and Minnie is a retelling of the Gift of the Magi.
Gotcha.
So it's the one where she gets him a really nice case for his harmonica, but she traded her family heirloom locket to get him the case. And then it turns out he traded his harmonica to get her a chain for her locket.
I liked the Disney Christmas one where they had the 2 people in the snow with the horses that fall in love with each other, and they're being the horse-drawn carriage where the horses are falling in love with each other, but so are the people.
I have no idea what this is.
The cute little red noses. And then it was, I think it was it Mickey? He goes to cut down a tree, and Chip and Dale are inside the tree, and he decorates his tree, and Chip and Dale are walking through the Christmas tree, and it's all lit up and it's all beautiful, but then Pluto sees that there's the chipmunks are in the tree, and he goes after them.
Are you talking about the short?
Yeah, but I feel like they had them all together. When I was young, at least, they had put them all together like to make like a Christmas compilation.
Because that sounds like there's a short, Pluto's Christmas Tree, that we also watch. And it sounds like, they live in the tree.
Yeah.
And he cuts it down. And then Pluto's like going crazy because Mickey doesn't realize they're in there.
Exactly, yeah. And he tries to, Dale tries to twist his nose, and he pulls him down, and he's on top of Pluto's nose, and he thought it was an ornament or light, whatever.
Yep.
Anyway,
Christmas movies.
That was always shown with Mickey's Christmas Carol, and so that was always kind of a longer thing for me, and I really, I loved that. But that's like how it's not Halloween until I watched The Headless Horseman.
Oh, sure. So you're on the side of Die Hard as a Christmas movie? Because apparently this is a debate.
It is a debate, and I think or Bruce Willis is the one that said it's not, which broke my heart because I'm like, clearly it is. I mean,
did he say why?
No, he says it's just a story that happens during Christmas time. I'm like, aren't they all?
That is true.
Yeah, but I mean, that they all are. They're all stories that are happening during Christmas.
No, because there is a difference between Christmas being a pivotal part of the story versus it just happens to be Christmas time when it happens. Like, he's saving the building and the people and all the, the people
now
in the terrace are there.
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, again, because it happened to be Christmas time. Like, think about like Miracle on 34th Street, right? Is about Christmas itself. Like, that story could not take place any other time of year because it is about Christmas.
It's about bad parenting, and that's considered a Christmas movie.
Right, but what was the bad parenting? That they went on a Christmas trip without him, and now he has to have Christmas by himself, and these thieves are intentionally robbing people at Christmas time. So I think that's very much a Christmas movie. Also, the entire aesthetic is Christmas. You're in the house that's all decorated Christmassy everywhere.
Hey,
you're out in the town.
Nakatomi Tower is all done up.
Whereas, like, the terrorists just happen to be taking over this building during Christmas time. They could have taken over this building in July.
No, they
Like,
couldn't.
there
There's
was
reasons why they took them over at Christmas time.
Why? Seems like it would have been smarter to do it not at Christmas time.
No, because during Christmas time, they knew that everyone was going to be up on that same floor, and there was all the construction going on the other floors, so it was going to be very secluded, so they were able to get the main people they needed. Like, who is the main dude, the first guy that they get that they shoot in the brain, or
The CEO.
the CEO?
Yeah, I
They
feel
grab
like
him
if
and
these
everything.
terrorists had half a brain, they would have just, on some other day, they would have just abducted the CEO.
But they couldn't. They had to do it during Christmas, during the Christmas party.
Why?
Because it was easier for them, and there was less security and stuff because they were all up at the party. Because it was Christmas time.
By the way,
And John McClane was there because it was Christmas.
He was traveling there because it was Christmas.
Yes.
That's true.
To
That's
see his kids
true. If they had
at
taken over the building in
Christmas.
July, he would have still been in New York.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like, the other Die Hards aren't Christmas movies.
I've only seen 2, and I don't remember it.
Part 2?
Yeah. I remember that she's on a plane. That's it. That's all I've got.
And it was still wintertime. And actually, I think but that one was less Christmassy, so I'm not going to give that a Christmas rating. But this one was. So there's Die Hard, Christmas Story.
I thought Christmas Story was so overrated.
What? Little Ralphie?
I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I don't like It's a Wonderful Life either. I think these are both very overrated movies. I'm sorry.
I liked Family Man more than It's a Wonderful Life. I know.
The one with
Nicolas Cage. I know.
and
The fact that I'm
Leone?
even saying that out loud. Yeah. I love that one.
I like that one better.
Yeah? Well,
Yeah.
it was like, it's
Like, it
basically a
was-
retelling, but like Gremlins is a Christmas story. That's a Christmas movie.
I don't remember. I need to watch that one again.
Gremlins?
I barely remember Gremlins. It was Christmas time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't.
That's a great Christmas movie.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to
should watch
think.
that one again.
What are the Christmas movies that you watched, though? You said you watched.
We didn't watch as many as we did. We watched Home Alone and Home Alone 2 and Mickey's Christmas Carol, Muppet's Christmas Carol, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. That might have been all. Oh, and Santa Claus. We always have to watch Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. I watched Santa Claus this year, too. And A Christmas Story. And there's this Puerto Rican Christmas movie. I can never remember the name, but I watched that. It was really, really funny. But it's all about a totally dysfunctional Puerto Rican family at the holidays. Fantastic.
Do you want to know a fact about Santa Claus?
Yes.
And you're going to go, that sounds like Tim Allen. Apparently, in the original script, he shoots Santa dead off the roof. And they, of course, were like, we're not doing that. But apparently, Tim Allen, fought for it. He was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. We have to do this. And they, of course, were like, Tim, this is a kid's movie. You can't shoot Santa. You can't actually shoot him dead. We're not doing that.
How is that even a debate?
I don't know, but he thought it was so... He's Tim Allen.
Yeah.
He thought it was hilarious. He, really was gunning for it. Pun intended.
Oh
And yeah,
my
Disney was
gosh.
just like, absolutely not. You're not going to shoot... There's not even going to be a gun anywhere.
No, that's
are you
wild.
crazy?
That's wild.
Also, I would really hope that if you shot Santa, you don't get to now be Santa. That'd be a really messed up clause.
I think being the cause of Santa's death in any way, I'm like, why would you get to replace him? I feel like there's so much room there for murder.
It's true. And you know what? And not that I want to pick this movie apart, because I do love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But what I thought about this year for the first time ever is so when he gets there to the North Pole, right? And so everyone that Bernard knows and everyone knows that Santa's dead. And now here's the new Santa. There's no reaction.
No mourning.
No mourning, no grieving, no, not even questions. And I'm like, okay, was the last Santa an asshole? Or are just all these elves 3,000 years old and they just they're just over it? How is there not one tear, not one question, nothing over Santa's dead, here's the new Santa?
And he must not have been Santa for long, because why didn't the Santa Claus, the second Claus with the Mrs. Claus, why didn't that pertain? Because if not, then there's a Mrs. Santa Claus running around there without a husband anymore. Right. And no one mentions
So he
her.
either was Santa Claus very briefly, or she's dead?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you guys have any input on this, please question or comment below and tell us what you think of the Santa Claus.
Why is no one sad over the death of Santa?
We don't really know how to feel about it. I did like Santa Claus 2, though. I thought it was cute. They found him a wife. I did like it. I liked Molly Shannon when he goes on that blind date with her, and she's the one that's singing that Shania Twain, but tweaks it to be about Christmas.
Oh, I don't remember it.
Oh, it's just so cringe. It's fantastic. She's all dressed up in like Christmassy stuff and she sings in the middle of the restaurant and he's so humiliated and she yells at him for being humiliated. Watch that scene again. It's great. Peak Molly Shannon. Love her.
But my favorite thing is I love Bernard.
I like Bernard too.
He's the best. I like Bernard. I like that they brought him back for that. Did you watch that series, the Santa Claus miniseries?
No.
That they did a couple years ago? Yeah.
Was that any good?
Until the end.
Oh.
We did not like how it ended. We didn't like the last episode.
Oh.
But up to that, we were enjoying it. And they did end up doing a second season, but we didn't watch it. But yeah. So, and they brought the little kid that played Charlie.
Yeah.
They brought him back. You see him in one episode, obviously as an adult now. But
yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It was kind of cute. It was a fun way to like revisit it.
Yeah.
And now he's like, because he had Mrs. Claus and they have 2 kids that are like teenagers. So yeah, it's this whole life that he's built as Santa. So, should we move on to
second unboxing?
Or should we show our Hallmark things?
Oh yeah, let's talk about Hallmark. Okay.
Let's talk about Hallmark, guys. We have a good and a bad.
Yeah. We are talking about, where are our favorite places to go shopping for Disney merchandise that is not directly at the parks and not like Etsy, because of course we can find whatever we want on Etsy. But
Etsy's awesome.
Like another store, So people, lots of people talk about TJ Maxx and everything. Well, we were going to discuss our finds at Hallmark.
Yes. So, I saw this very originally on an Instagram post. And I have a weird obsession with the Main Street Electrical Parade. So I had to have this. I mean, look at it. It's all lit up. It plays music. I'm going to hit the button. It's very loud. So we go and we buy this. I got it half off, which is a good thing. So we go and we buy it. I get it home. I open the box. I think it maybe was previously returned because it was actually missing like half the packaging in the box.
Oh.
Which was a little bit weird. And it had batteries in the box with it. It is not battery powered.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird. So anyway, so I pull it out, I hit the button, nothing happens. And then I notice that it's got a port. So I think, okay, it needs to be charged. There's no cord in the box. And I look at the instructions that also say you need the cord. So we go back to the store and I say, hey, this was missing the cord. And the cord is separate. You need to buy the cord separately. So I'm a little irritated that an electronic would be sold without its power source. Have you ever bought a phone, to any device, any electronic device that doesn't come with its power source? Everything that needs a charger comes with a charger.
I started to get frustrated when they started to only give you the USB cord and not even include a power block to go with it.
Oh, sure.
That started to annoy me when they did that. I remember when that was happening. But no, to get an actual piece that won't work unless I have this other cord.
Yeah.
And they weren't packaged together or anything, that would be very frustrating.
That was frustrating. So we get the cord, we bring it home, I plug it in, it immediately lights up, great sign. So I leave it there thinking I'll leave it to charge for a bit. And then I come back and I hit the button, it works, cool. So I take it off the charger. This does not work unless it is plugged in.
So it doesn't have any charging capabilities at all. It won't charge and hold a color or anything.
Holds no power in any way.
Awesome.
So, I mean, the idea is that it's a Christmas tree ornament and you just hide the cord in the tree so that it's lit up.
So are there more cars to this?
Not in like this specific collection, so I don't know if maybe more are coming. But there are other Hallmark Disney ornaments that use that same, because there's several little prongs that come out on that charger. And so she said once you buy this cord, it will power, I think it was up to, I want to say 8 other ornaments. But Disney adults, guys, who would look at this and think this is exclusively Christmas? No one. Cool, it's Christmas, but also this should be a fun trinket that I get to just have out all the time, looking pretty. And now I only get to have that if I figure out where to finagle this ridiculous cord to have it on. Like, it's really lame to me that this does not just hold a little bit of power and work when it's not plugged in.
Well, my problem is if I mean, there's not a whole lot of room between each prong, which means that all these lit up working Hallmark ornaments are all going to be clustered in the same part of your tree.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of room for you to spread it around. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's a weird miss for me.
Like, yeah, why would it not just be able to hold power? And then, but here's another weird thing too. And I mentioned that there were batteries in this box, which obviously was a mistake because there's nothing about this that takes batteries. I also bought on the same day this one, which I have much more positive things to say about. So there's this beautiful castle, of course, because as soon as I saw that it was the castle, I had to have it. So it lights up and does the firework sound.
Love it.
Oh, this makes me want to cry. And notice, no cord. This does, in fact, hold power. I can put this on a shelf. I can have it out all year long. Doesn't have anything to do with the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be pretty and sing its song. Is battery powered. Specifically said, batteries included. There were no batteries in this box. But the batteries that were in this box
fit in that one?
Fit in this one. So I don't know if both of them were returned by the same person that had like mixed something up. But the only reason that I had batteries for this was because they happened to be mistakenly in the box for this.
Oh, that's so crazy.
And this made me go back to the store and buy a separate, stupid, what I thought was going to be a charger is not a charger, is a power cord.
And what's crazy is that there's nothing about this that necessarily screams Christmas. Like, oh,
yeah,
this needs to be a Christmas tree ornament because it's only Christmas. So that is kind of weird. Like they should allow it to do what that does and sit separately so you can use it all year round instead of just a Christmas tree ornament.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, a little bit disappointing. And especially because I was so excited about it.
And they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
Like I would love to get a year.
If I hadn't gotten it for half off, I would have returned it.
Mm-hmm.
But since I got it half off, I'm like, all right.
And now you got to find out if there's more to this collection.
Yeah, maybe they're going to add more. I don't know.
Like the Pete's Dragon.
But see, now I'm torn. Do I want more?
At half off, maybe?
Maybe if they went half off again, I don't know. But like that means I have to figure out somewhere in my house to put it on display, somewhere where I can have this ridiculous cord behind it and then powered. Which just...
Yeah, that's weird.
It could have been so much better.
That's a crazy miss. Well...
So,
a little sad about that, Hallmark.
50% Hallmark.
Yeah. Because they do have those lines, certain ornaments like this one that are really cool and they're, all battery powered. I have the Haunted Mansion whole set where the top of the tree is the actual mansion. And then they've got parts of, like they've got Madame Leota. They've got...
I think I saw them in the store.
Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of them. When you have to do the same cord thing. They all plug into the same cord, which is, yeah, you're right. It's a pain because it does definitely fix where you put them on the tree.
Yep.
But when you press play, it's the entire ride, the sound from the entire ride, from beginning to end. And they all light up and stuff. It's really, really cool. But again, it's these short cords that are really, I don't love that, It just kind of forces everything to be in a small area.
I will say I appreciate how lightweight it is. Because I think that since fake trees became more commonplace, they've decided, they're just assuming that most people have a fake tree. I'm a real tree person. I still have to have my real tree every year. What kind of sucks about that is ornaments have gotten heavy. I don't know if you've made the same observation. Yes, ornaments are heavy, and it is really difficult to decorate a real tree now. It's so hard to put things on the branches and them not like, yeah. And the only thing, Dan and I both think, because I know several people with fake trees, and like my aunt and uncle have this big, beautiful one. And like, yeah, those branches, they're strong. They're not moving. So yeah, you can probably put a 3-pound ornament on one of those
But yeah,
branches.
you're right. Those little tiny, pine needles or whatever, because sometimes you can't always get to the branch itself.
Yeah.
So many pine needles. And so, yeah, they're that heavy.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
Stop making ornaments heavy.
Oh.
Make them hollow. Come on.
Yeah. But Hallmark, for the ornaments, they do have nice ornaments.
They do. I have other ones from Hallmark.
What's another favorite place of yours to go shopping for Disney stuff that isn't Disney? Or, Disney store?
Box Lunch, for sure. Box Lunch. We actually kind of unofficially will call that the Disney store sometimes. And I appreciate how Box Lunch will have the not popular thing of the time, right? Like if you walk into Box Lunch right now, you're not going to see a bunch of like Frozen, but you'll see 101 Dalmatian, you'll see Aristocats, you'll see like Oliver and Company, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate that they're still merchandising the sort of older ones or the
classics.
Yeah, the ones that maybe were, I don't know, not as popular, or maybe obviously they are because the stuff's selling. But so yeah, so Box Lunch, awesome, and other Harry Potter stuff, pop culture stuff at Box Lunch is definitely one of our favorites.
Yeah, I love Box Lunch for that very reason. I've gotten so many like Loungeflies or t-shirts from Box Lunch that I've worn to the parks, like at Walt Disney World, and people are like, where did you get that? And those will be cast members. They're like, I've never seen that shirt before. Where did you get that? I'll tell them Box Lunch. So yeah, go online, Box Lunch, because you know, they have a really cool kind of like a different array of stuff.
They usually have a booth at D23 too. So sometimes they'll have one or two things that are like exclusive to that year of D23, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Where did you get this? Because that almost looks like the kind of sweatshirt that they have at Box Lunch sometimes.
So, yeah, no.
You don't know?
No, you got this from me.
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Someone, oh no, my daughter Jessie. Sorry, Jessie. I'm like, wait a minute. No, my daughter Jessie got it for me. And I want to say she did get it at Box Lunch. She got this at Box Lunch. Yeah. And I love it. Yeah. She knows it's my favorite. Ooh, sorry. Sound. But yeah, this is from Box Lunch. Yep.
And you always find good stuff at Home Goods, right?
Home Goods and TJ Maxx. But yeah, Home Goods has some cool stuff. Right now they've got some Mickey and Minnie Chinese New Year stuff. I was like, whoa.
Oh, cute.
I've seen, they have Valentine's stuff. They have Chinese New Year. They had Hanukkah stuff with Mickey and Minnie on it, which was really cute. Like, so it's pretty neat to see like all their all-inclusive stuff there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I think that's pretty much it in Boise. We don't have a ton of options.
I know.
There is in Woodburn, Oregon, and it's right off the interstate, a little bit south of Portland, the Woodburn Outlets. There's a Disney outlet store in there. So I've popped in there a few times when I'm driving to Eugene.
How far is that drive from here to there?
What is it from here to Portland? Like 6-7 hours?
6 hours.
Depends on how you drive.
Right.
So it's maybe like 6-7 hours to Portland, and then you get on I-5 going south, and it's probably, I want to say it's not that far. I want to say it's maybe like 30 to 45 minutes outside Portland.
Oh.
But yeah, but it's literally right on the interstate. Like you will see it when you're driving by. So yeah, I've popped into that one a couple times. And there's also one in another outlet mall. It's not in Tacoma. Where is it, Dan? It was near Tacoma. North
of Seattle, close to the Canadian border.
Oh, it was north of Seattle. I didn't remember it being that far up. Okay. Well, I'll probably never go there again. But they had an outlet store that I found some cute things at. But yeah, we don't have a ton of options in Idaho, unfortunately.
Because we used to have a Disney store and they took it.
We did. I actually worked there for a short time.
I'm really sad. I wish they would bring it back.
I know.
So you've been a Disney cast member?
No. Fun fact. So the Disney store that's not in Orlando or Anaheim, for a while, so back in the early 2000s, Disney kind of basically decided that, I don't know how to say, I don't want to say like they didn't care, but they decided to like deprioritize the Disney stores that were not at the park locations. And so they actually relinquished or sold them to a company called Hoop Retail. But they did it kind of under the table because they still wanted like the authenticity to be there. So they worked out like all the licensing and whatever. So still when you walked into a Disney store, like the Boise Disney store, it would still have like the little, the authentic like logos and stuff. And it's all still licensed and overseen by Disney, but it was actually Hoop Retail, this entirely separate company that was running most of the Disney stores that were not at Disney parks. Hoop Retail, however, went out of business. And Disney did not want to lose all of its stores. So Disney did like scoop back up all their stores as Hoop Retail.
Oh, and so they scooped
Hoop Retail kind of went the way of Jack, and the Disney stores got to be on the door. So, and then, but then it was shortly after that I think they hadn't completely changed their mind about not necessarily wanting to run all the Disney stores. And that is when they started closing a lot of them.
Okay.
And I don't remember the number of what's left outside of obviously the Disney locations, but it's not a lot. The Boise one closed. I think I read the Salt Lake one closed too. Portland one closed. Yeah, a bunch of them.
That's so sad.
Closed down. And I have no idea how they decided, like, I mean, I'm assuming whichever ones were making the most money. But yeah, so for a short while, if you were in a Disney store that was not like at a Disney park location, it technically was not Disney. But that was pretty short lived, and then it was Disney again. But when I worked there, it was during that time that it was owned by Hoop Retail. So I
didn't get to officially be a Disney cast member.
I've never authentically been a Disney cast member. I just pretended for a very short holiday season.
Sure.
But it was a pretty awesome discount. It was a discount that you could put on top of any sales or anything.
Those are always the best.
The best. It was 30% too. It was a good discount.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Well, are we going to do another unboxing?
Yes. So I have some more Disney goodies.
Where are these from?
These are from Disney. Okay, so confession, guys, this is kind of an unboxing. I got impatient and I did open it. So I think I might have to stand. Call it what?
It's called an. So this isn't an unboxing. It's an unboxing.
It's a review on things that I unboxed.
Okay.
I don't know. All right. So I got 2 new pairs of ears this year. I got these beautiful red ears. They could be Christmas. They could be Valentine's. They could just be red.
4th of July?
I also got this beautiful pair on my head.
It's about time.
So I've wanted these for a long time. My grandma got me these ones for Christmas.
Oh.
Yep. So I snagged these. These were on sale for like $18, $19. It's like, when was the last time you saw a pair of ears for less than $30?
Let me see. That's awesome. $18 or $19. They're so pretty.
I also
really
like that
how
they're
that bow's
Disney.
different.
I mean, not that I'm complaining about it, but so many ears you see now are Loungefly or they're Dooney or whatever. So it's kind of nice to see some that are just Disney.
Yeah. But without the ridiculous tag.
Mm-hmm.
Those tags are getting crazy.
I got these adorable Marie jammies. These are for my little one, obviously, not for me.
Ooh,
I know it's gonna be like it's like wearing a blanket.
That's really cute. These are really comfy too, though.
I feel like it. Yes.
Yeah, these are great. You got these all off the Disney store?
Yes, these were Disney store. These were stuff on an after Christmas sale. It was pretty good. Rue, he's so cute. He was part of the Japan drop, and he's just so cute and so soft. And he does come out.
Aww.
So I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna snip that and let him be separate, or if I'm gonna keep him attached. I don't know.
Japan has such cute stuff.
Japan, the best stuff comes out of Japan.
Yeah.
I swear. Rue's always reminded me of my son, so I always love Rue stuff. I know the best stuff comes out of Japan. It's crazy. This is a little teeny tiny Thomas O'Malley. He's a wishable. He's the only wishable I have. I haven't quite been on the wishable train. Do you have wishables?
Not yet, but now I might have to.
Ornaments. Guys, they're having their ornament sale. And can't pass that up. So, okay, maybe I should put it on the floor. And then we can just pull the ornaments out. Okay. I don't know which one this is. Let's find out. Fantasia. And from my favorite segment in Fantasia.
That's my favorite too, actually.
It's so cute. Are you able to see it? Okay. So there's my little Fantasia one.
I love the details. The details are amazing.
I know. And I love how it's like, there's nothing they didn't do, right? It's not like just blank in the back or anything like that. Ornaments are always great.
Yeah.
And not necessarily Christmas. It's for all the time. I think that those have become my favorite ones, the ones that are not Christmas.
Well, it feels like it's a snippet of the movie. Like you have, like, I don't know.
Yes.
That's what I love about these.
And like artistically, I love like the ornaments or even the snow globes, because it's cool to me that it's got different art forms all kind of come together, right? Because you obviously have animation. This comes from originally it was animated, and it's also sculpting, and it's paint. It's all stuff that I can't do to save my life. So I admire so much the artistry that goes into things like this. This one I got my husband. So we have Emperor's New Groove.
That's great.
We're about to go over
Aw.
a huge waterfall, right?
That's super cute. Mm. Does this glow or anything? I through the Christmas lights and everything, it probably looks really cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now, I had no idea in what order I was pulling these out, but I'm glad they went in that order because I feel like the best was saved for last. Look at this one, guys. So have we already said what a giant Aladdin fan I am? I don't even know. Slightly obsessed with Aladdin. So now we have our Cave of Wonders. And this one,
I really like that one a lot.
so cool.
It was so cute. Again, I love that I feel like I'm transported back to the movie at that moment.
Right?
I love these little movie scenes.
They're so fun.
So cute.
Yep, I always get excited when the ornaments go on sale. They put them on a pretty decent sale when they do.
How much were these running by the time you were able to grab them?
Gosh, I'd have to look back to tell you exactly, but they were all under 20. I know that. I want to say they were all somewhere around like 16.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah.
Yeah, these are really, really cute.
I know.
Yay.
I don't know how long that sale is running, but yeah, ornaments. The ornaments are great.
Really, really great. These are pretty too.
I know they are.
Put this over here. Oh wait.
Now we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do with what we unbox.
Get it out of the way. That's okay. It's all fun. Getting that here. Okay. And then we did our unboxing. So I'm going to go over something really, really quickly. We won't spend too much time on it because
The annual pass holder
yes.
is going to talk to us about being an annual pass holder.
Okay, so
if you're considering, thinking, not sure, maybe this will help.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions about why I bother having an annual pass when I don't live in Florida. And I also am DVC. And we've mentioned that before. DVC is the Disney timeshare, the vacation share. And so we do kind of use our allotment and split it up. So we do several trips a year. So for us, it makes sense to have the annual pass because we will be there more than once. And with Disney, when it comes to buying tickets, you'll notice the more days you buy, it'll become cheaper per day. So it starts off at about 110 or 120 a day. And then as you buy additional days, it'll be okay. Now you'll get all 3 days, but now only at 105 per day or something like that. It varies. So if you were to do like a 7-day pass that included park hopper passes, you'd be paying around, I want to say it's about $690. And so as DVC, I'm actually able to get the Sorcerer annual pass, which is similar to what Florida residents can get. So I'm able to get an annual pass for only $1,099. So it's only, about $300-$400 more than a 7-day pass, but now I've got an entire year where I can use it. So what's great about that is that if I am out in Florida for any other reason, if I go visit family or we're going to go to Universal, now we can still go and do dinners or do anything at any of the parks and go in, even if we only go in at night. It's kind of nice. It gives you a lot of convenience and freedom to kind of plan your day. There's also something that happens to your vacation when it's not the only time you're going. So you do get like this sense of a little bit more of relaxation because you don't feel like you have to do everything all at once in one day. Because that's where a lot of the stress, I think, at Disney comes from. So for us, it makes sense because it makes it more enjoyable. But here are some of the actual core benefits of having an annual pass. First of all, you get free standard theme park parking. That can be huge, especially if you do have a 7-day park hopper or a park pass, because every single day that you go, if you're not an annual pass holder or you're not staying at a Disney resort, they can be anywhere from $35 to $50 a day parking.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a lot of money right there. So 7 days at, let's say, what is it? I'm bad at math. $35 at $35 at 7 days. 35 times 7 is and this is where Dan's going to superimpose the number.
245.
$245. Okay. $245. That's like almost 2 more days of worth of tickets in just your parking. So that right there, you'd be saving on that. Also, with the annual pass, park hopping is included. So you can either get a 1-day pass or you get the 1-day pass with a park hopper included, and that kind of jumps up the price of your ticket. But now all of that park hopping is included with your annual pass. So right there, you're already getting a pretty good savings depending on how many days you're going to go that year. The standard pass will usually, if you go about 9 days out of the year, then it's already paid for. But technically, it's actually less than that if you're going to be using it for the theme park parking. You also, with an annual pass, you get 10 to 20% off of a lot of table service restaurants that are throughout the Disney resort. And when I say that, I mean Disney Springs, all of the resorts and the DVCs, and the hotels, and then also the parks themselves. So there will be different table service restaurants and quick service restaurants that will all give you this discount, which is great. And it usually applies for pass holders, so yourself, and up to 3 guests. So if you have a party of 4, the entire bill is going to have, minus alcohol, of course, minus 10 to 20% off. So, and at Disney, every percent counts.
Yeah.
So
For
very
real.
helpful. Yes. And it goes the same with merchandise. So there's a lot of merchandise that you can buy at all the Disney stores. A lot of places in Disney Springs, even if they're not Disney owned, a lot of them still will give you your discount, and that can be 10 to 20% off as well of your merchandise. So it's a great way for you to get all your souvenirs, get your ears or whatever. So I really like that. And then there are certain like car rental companies that they partner with that will take your annual passport and also give you a discount on your car rental.
Really?
Yep, car
I
rentals.
didn't know that one.
Golfing, mini golf, like there are a whole bunch of different sports and recreations that are happening right around the Disney resort that will use your annual pass holder pass and give you a discount. So it's pretty cool. Not to mention that as a pass holder, you also get select merchandise. So you get free magnets every year. They'll also have like exclusive merchandise, usually at the festivals, like at Epcot. It'll be like annual pass holder merchandise. So you can only get it if you can show and prove that you're a pass holder. So that's always cool. You know, if you want the clout. Say that you're
I
an
remember
annual
one
pass
time
holder.
there was even a special popcorn bucket that was pass holder exclusive.
Yeah, pass holder exclusive. They're pretty cool. And then there's also, you'll get discounts like emails, and they'll let you know, hey, if you want to go stay at a Disney resort during this time period as an annual pass holder, you'll get 35% off. So you get exclusive discounts too that not everybody's privy to. So, and there's other things too. I need to write it all down because there's actually a lot. You can also add on the photo pass to your annual pass, which I did. That was amazing because that means for the full year, everyone, even if I brought random people with me, whatever, it didn't matter. We just had to use my Magic Band, and then all of us got the photo pass. So you're able to keep all of those awesome, character meet and greets and scenic pictures that they take for you. The Disney photographers, they'll, snap the best pictures of you at the parks, and you get all of those for free and get to download it to your app. So really, really great. Really great add-on.
This is so much more than I knew.
Yeah, it's a lot with an annual pass. And it is really different because, you can just walk in the evening, go to just watch the fireworks and not be stressed out and don't feel like you have to be there all day.
I was going to say, you don't feel like you have to get your money's worth out of like doing open and close. It's true. Or if you wanted to just go to like a particular restaurant for a meal, just go to the Plaza Inn for lunch if you want to.
It's great.
That would be cool.
So it is awesome. I mean, yes, it's going to be a couple $100 more than if you were to do like a 7-day park hopper ticket. But that's 7-day park hopper ticket, and then you add on your parking for all 7 days if you're not staying in a resort. And then you don't get the discount off of your merchandise or your dining. It does end up adding up so easily that 1 week's vacation you could have spread out over the course of a year. So just different ways of thinking of the annual pass. So yes, I live in Idaho. I don't live in Florida. Do I get to go there for dinner every single night like some of our favorite influencers? No, but for me, is it worth it? Absolutely, because I think this year alone, I'll be making it out there 3 times. So that for me, that's great. And each time, I mean, I'll be staying multiple days. So
would you say and I know it can kind of differ by like the season and everything, but about how many park days make it worth it? Like if you know you're going to be there for however many days this year, what do you think kind of crosses the threshold into making it worth it? Like if
For me, it would be at least 7.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
yeah. 7.
Cool.
Well, with all the discounts and everything, 6 or 7. And at that point, I'd feel very good about having the annual pass.
I was going to say, that's not even that high of a number.
Like, no, it isn't. Because if you think about it, I mean, most people go for a minimum of 4 days because there's 4 parks.
Right.
So that's, if you wanted to split it up, that's 2 5-day trips to Disney World.
It's true.
Where the tickets are usually some of the most expensive parts of the trip.
It's true.
So.
And then if you're DVC, yeah, you're easily out there more than once a year.
Exactly. So. Just using your points. So your tickets and your place to stay is taken care of. So you basically are just flying. So it's definitely worth it. So those are just some things I wanted to bring up just in case anyone was ever questioning whether or not it was a good idea or if it's a good thing for you to use for your family. Just kind of depends on how often you think you can get to Florida, and how exactly you're going to use it. If you can do several like little, like pop and stop overs, you're just going to be there for a few days, it definitely would be worth it, because actually a 3-day park hopper pass is actually way more expensive than a 7-day park hopper pass. So if you were to do 3 different small trips and get 3 different, those 9 days are going to cost $1,800 versus just buying $1,000 annual pass. So just kind of all in the way you spin the numbers and really look at it.
And it also, I imagine too, like that way you can, if you know you have an annual pass, you can be flexible with your dates.
Yes.
So that way, like, so if you're paying for your hotel and you don't want to pay, you should almost never pay rack rate for a Disney hotel. But anyway, you can wait for the good hotel discounts to pop up.
Yeah.
And then, and you've got an annual pass, so it doesn't necessarily, I mean, do you still make park reservations though?
Yes, you do. But there are some days that are just called, like, they're just like I think it's called Just Go, or it's a cute little name, but
somewhere you don't have to do reservations.
You don't need to do park reservations. You can just show up, which is great.
Right.
So
nice.
Yeah. So it's just very, very flexible. For me, it works because you know how these trips pop up out of nowhere sometimes. So.
Yep. And then you were saying we recently found out that you can use, if you're DVC, they recently announced that you can use DVC points to pay for an annual pass.
To pay for your annual pass, yes. So if you are a DVC member and you have plenty of extra points, you can use some to buy your annual pass, which is that's a great perk. Wow. So, and they do have, I love this, they have a dedicated phone line to assist you only for pass holders.
That is
so
nice.
You can cut through some of these crazy phone lines, because I think I've been stuck on hold with them for 2.5, 3 hours before.
Yeah.
So it's been nuts.
It is absolutely crazy.
So yeah, I'm really happy with it. But anyway,
wow, that is so much more than I even knew about.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but if you're not thinking an annual pass and you are thinking, but I am due for a family trip, we want to go for 3, 4, 5, 6 days, whatever, definitely get a hold of us and we are happy to help you plan your trip. We would be very happy to help you plan your trip, because we know lots of ins and outs and little tips and tricks that you might not be able to figure out on your own. Sure. I am going on a trip. I've actually been invited on a trip to help. I'll be planning this trip while I'm on it with them, because they are going and they have no clue about
spontaneous.
Disney. Very spontaneous. So I'm actually I'm being hired on to go with them, and I'm pretty excited. But we're gonna see what we can do. I have less than 3 weeks to plan everything.
Oh my goodness,
which is very stressful.
That is, yeah.
And we do have a young one with us, so I'll probably be definitely doing a little bit of vlogging and sharing with you guys what's going to be happening with that trip, because that should be interesting. We're going to see how much we can actually pull off in just a few days.
Yeah.
And
when she says we'd love to help you, we mean it.
Yes.
One of the saddest things as a travel planner, and then also just as a Disney fan, some of the saddest things we ever hear is when someone comes back from a Disney trip and had a terrible time, and they tell us why, and it's always things that did not have to happen.
Yeah.
Like things that just so easily could have been avoided or taken care of. And we want you to have the most amazing Disney trip you possibly can.
Yes.
So
it truly can be a magical experience.
Really
you just have to know how to do it.
It's true.
So that's what we're here for.
It's almost unfair how Disney has kind of become this thing that like you have to be experienced.
I know.
Really do.
It's rough. But again, if you need any help, please contact us. We are happy to do it anytime, day or night. We will be there for you. She'll be there mostly at nights for you. I'll do day shift. Just kidding.
Wow,
Anytime.
what a thing to be voluntold for.
But anyway, do you have anything else for everybody?
No, I think that's what we have today.
Yeah, we're just really excited to be back. Very
excited to be
excited.
back, and definitely going for more consistency going
Yes.
forward.
Yeah.
Hopefully life will be a bit more manageable.
Yes. We hope to see you guys a lot more in the future. And please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions or if you just need some help with your next trip. Otherwise, we will see you next time. All right. Bye, ghosties.